Hi, this tutorial is going to talk mostly about the blocks that you see in Moodle on the left-hand side of your page and the right-hand side of the page. It's for people who are very new to Moodle, but anybody can listen up because I'm wildly entertaining, I know. All right. So if you look at Moodle, generally speaking, you have a three-column page, and we will talk a lot about the activities and the postings and the various things you can post in the middle at a later date. But right now I want to focus on the left-hand column and the right-hand column. Those are called blocks. And when I make a new Moodle page for an individual, a lot of times what I will do is I will copy over some standard blocks. So for example, this one right here is related to Hopkins High School. And so we have a method within Moodle to force this block to appear on every high school page. We do have the ability to do that with customized blocks that lie somewhere in the organizational structure of Moodle. So what I want to show you next is some of the standard blocks that are offered by Moodle. So I'm going to say turn editing on. So you can see down on the left-hand side of your page something that says add a block. And if you click here, there is a full pull-down menu of just little bits of content that you can put on your page. And I would say, quite frankly, most of this you're not going to use, or the ones that you are going to use we're going to talk about later in this course. But there are two that I want to show you because they kind of automatically show up at the beginning in Moodle. One is called the latest news block, so I'm going to throw that on this page. And then you're going to notice it's down here. And then the second one is called the latest news. What other one am I looking for? Upcoming events. Sorry, there we go. All right, those are oftentimes on a brand new Moodle page when they're made. And just so that you know, if you want to move these around on the page, do you see how if I hover on the top part of the block, I get a crosshair? If you click on that and just drag it up and touch the block above it, it will move above it. And if you continue to do that, see, I'll move this one, they'll just move right up on the page. I usually suggest moving them one at a time till you get them in the spot that you want to. And then once you get to the point where you have blocks on both sides, you can actually drag it across the page as well. So this one called latest news. More often than not, you're going to delete this if you have it on your page. And the reason for that is that it relates to this forum called the news forum. And generally speaking, even though that's an automatic feature that's turned on when a Moodle page is made, most people don't use the news forum. And kind of glitchy, but if you try to delete the news forum by clicking the X, it actually doesn't go away until you make one other page setting. But anyway, these two things relate together, the news forum at the top and this block called latest news. And basically the idea here is that if you were a fully online class and teacher, that is where you would go to add your course announcements. But in our case, we see our students regularly, so you don't necessarily have to use this. So you can delete that. And before you delete the news form at the top, you actually would have to go into your page settings, which is in your administration block right here. And once in your page settings, excuse me about my little pop-up window there, you would pop down to appearance, and I'm going to open appearance by clicking on the triangle next to it, and I'm going to change news items to show to 0, because if you do that and then scroll down and save your page settings, then when you actually go ahead and delete this news form, it really does truly go away and stay away. So the next thing I want to let you know is this upcoming events. Most of our users in the Hopkins School District like to embed a Google or a Hopkins Apps calendar on their page, but this particular block would be used if you chose to use the Moodle calendar, which isn't a terrible calendar. It's just, I just honestly going to tell you that the apps calendar is more popular, and that can be placed on the page as well. Tutorials later in my course. So, but if you did use the Moodle calendar, this is going to pull the events that you put on that digital calendar, and so the ones that are coming up will be listed in this block. So this works in tandem with another block called the calendar, and that is the Moodle course calendar. So blocks on the right hand side and the left hand side can be moved around. They can be deleted. They can be created and then forced to appear on many different pages. They can be, many of them can be manipulated or updated. Some of them cannot. And then finally, you'll learn a lot more about this, but if you just wanted a blank block so that you can customize content, you're going to choose the HTML option. That is basically like saying slap on one of these blocks. I'm going to put my own thing in there, and that's a good deal. All right, that's all about blocks today.